I decided to read over 40 of the most popular finance, investing, business, and personal development books out there. I wanted to uncover the real differences between the rich and poor and crack the code behind accumulating millions once and for all. And in this video, I will reveal the biggest money myths keeping you stuck along with the specific mindsets and unconventional wealth building strategies used by all extremely rich people. Let's get started. First, let's look at some of the classic books that transform how I think about money, wealth, and what's required to become financially successful. These are more mindset and psychology focused rather than technical investing books. So first up, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is a classic personal finance book that started it all for me. Chances are you probably heard of that book too. It makes very simple yet profound points about how you should think about money and assets versus liabilities. The book shares author Robert Kiyosaki's lessons from his two fathers. His own broke biological dad, who followed conventional wisdom about jobs, buying houses, saving for retirement, versus his best friend's self-made millionaire rich dad, who taught him to think very differently about money and business. So the key ideas here are assets, things that put money in your pocket, and liabilities, things that take money out of your pocket. So rich people buy assets while poor and middle class people buy liabilities that they can't afford. So a house you live in is a liability, while a house that you rent out is an asset. I suggest everyone start their money education by reading The Rich Dad Poor Dad to shift their money mindsets. Next up, Cash Flow Quadrant. This is a follow-up book by Robert Kiyosaki. He expands the mental models for earning money. He breaks down 4 major ways people make money. First one, employee. You work in a job, you have no leverage, your income is directly tied to the time and effort that you put in. Next, you've got self-employed. You have a small business, which is like owning a job. While you have some leverage, your wealth is still dependent on your active work. Then you have the business owner. Building a larger company means you own a system with leverage and significant wealth potential. Your income isn't tied to your active work, but rather it increases as more people work for you. And finally, you've got the investor. By putting money into assets, you own investments and leverage, allowing your money to work for you. In this case, wealth isn't directly tied to your active work. The book makes you realize you don't have to be stuck in a 9-to-5 job your entire life. You have more options. To gain full financial freedom, you need to move towards the quadrants 3 and 4, focused on owning businesses and investments. Next book, Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill unveils the secrets of success in 13 steps, covering topics like desire, faith, planning, and overcoming fears. Inspired by Andrew Carnegie, Hill distills wisdom from studying successful individuals. He went on to study the common traits of 500 millionaires over 20 years to uncover the secrets to their success. The book offers practical guidance for turning desires into reality, conquering procrastinations, and tapping into universal principles for financial and personal success. Hill's insights provide a straightforward and actionable guide for achieving your goals. Some people do criticize this book for lacking practical tactics. In fact, when I first read it, I too felt like I don't have like a proper guide for me to follow. It's not like some kind of a case study. It was more like concepts. But however, I believe mindset is critical and trumps almost everything else when achieving ambitious goals like getting really rich. This book helps you break limiting beliefs about money and develop an empowering wealth consciousness. Next book, and one of my favorite ones, Psychology of Money. In investing, psychology plays a huge role in decision making. This excellent book by Morgan Housel unpacks 19 short lessons about how human nature wraps our ability to think rationally about financial decisions. A couple of big ideas from his book. Becoming wealthy happens on the sidelines while no one is paying attention. Housel highlights that accumulating wealth happens steadily over time, away from flashy events. The key is consistent, disciplined actions on the sideline, focusing on long-term strategies rather than chasing quick gains. The other concept is luck versus skill in financial success. The book discusses how people often attribute success to skill rather than luck. Housel emphasizes the importance of recognizing the role of luck in financial achievements, promoting a more realistic and humble approach to decision making. In essence, the book provides insights into psychological aspects of money. This will help you avoid cognitive biases and build good money habits early on. Psychology is important. Now, let's dive into books that specifically emphasizes the investment aspect. We'll explore the fundamental principles I've gathered about investing and compound growth from some of the best books out there. The first book, The Intelligent Investor, hailed by Warren Buffett himself as the best book about investing ever written. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham teaches you how to invest wisely and minimize mistakes. Written in 1949, it's still extremely relevant today. It's quite technical, but covers the essential themes of value investing and index fund investing for building long-term wealth. You'll learn concepts like Mr. Market's emotional bipolar swings between euphoria and depression, which savvy investors can take advantage of. Mr. Market is an imaginary investor prone to unpredictable mood swings between pessimism and optimism. Graham suggests that a wise investor can benefit by buying stocks when Mr. Market is overly pessimistic and selling when he's overly optimistic. Despite Mr. Market's constant fluctuations, savvy long-term investors remain focused on the bigger picture and are unaffected by short-term market ups and downs. The next book, Little Book of Common Sense Investing. The simplest investing book out there is from John C. Bogle, founder of investing firm Vanguard. He makes the strong case for regular people to just invest in low-cost index funds that track whole stock markets and leave your money in the market for decades. Why? Because actively picking stocks and timing the market is impossible to do consistently correct. Meanwhile, the broader stock market will keep rising over long periods of time. So, index funds that capture average stock market returns year after year are your best bet for steady compound growth. Next book, One Up on Wall Street. This is my favorite investing book focused on how regular people can analyze companies in their everyday lives and identify ones that could be the next Amazon or Apple early on while Wall Street is still asleep. Famous investor Peter Lynch explains how he ran Magellan Fund at Fidelity Investments in the 80s and generated 29% plus annual returns largely by paying attention to new consumer product trends in retail stores and watching what products his kids liked. The average person has an edge over Wall Street in certain areas of spotting rising companies. Next book, Girls That Invest. This book by Simran Kaur is a great introductory investment book, specifically for beginners who know nothing about money and want to learn the basics. It's like a friendly guide to financial freedom through shares and stock. One big idea from the book is about having the right mindset with money. Kaur talks about how your mindset can really impact your success in investing, making it clear that having the right attitude is crucial. And guess what? Girls That Invest isn't just a book, it's also a podcast. The book helps you gain investing confidence, overcome analysis paralysis, build long-term wealth habits, and tune out misinformation. It's written to empower more young women to take control of their financial futures through smart investing. While quite basic, it's a quick read and will give total beginners enough context before diving into more advanced investing materials. Definitely check that book out. And another interesting book is The Dhandho Investor. The book is by author Monish Babri. Aims to simplify investing to be accessible for regular people, not just integral, special financial professionals. Dhandho refers to the roots of value investing principles used by legendary investors like Warren Buffett himself. The book's core ideas revolve around few bets, big bets, infrequent bets. So this means everyday investors should make just a handful of large concentrated investments in their highest conviction opportunities and held for long periods of time to maximize gains. You don't need to constantly trade stocks or diversify away the upside by holding too many positions. The principles here emulate strategies used by ultra successful investors to earn outsized returns. The book also covers the psychological temperament required to be a successful value investor, willing to buck consensus opinions and withstand volatility until your investment thesis plays out fully over years. While investing is important, truly life-changing wealth often comes from starting your own business. Let's go over my favorite books on entrepreneurship and learn how to get rich by building assets from scratch yourself. the 4-hour workweek. Despite the flashy title, this isn't really about only working 4 hours a week. It's about leveraging your time to build systems and products that can make money for you automatically without requiring you to trade hours for dollars like a regular job. Author Tim Ferriss explains concepts like muse businesses, outsourcing mundane tasks, 80-20 analysis of highest value activities, and aggregated income streams. By applying these models correctly, you can set up businesses that run themselves while you are sleeping or traveling. This frees up time to enjoy life along the way instead of waiting 40 years for it. The next book, The Millionaire Fastlane. This book is all about getting rich quickly through entrepreneurship, not by saving every penny or enduring a draining job until you're too old. Author MJ DeMarco mixes interesting storytelling with principles behind creating leverage income sources, passive income streams, and high profit margin products or businesses. Although getting rich fast always requires tons of hard work upfront, the payoff down the road is worth it if you can execute them correctly. So by now, you should have a solid grasp of the various mindsets, investing strategies, and business models used by the world's wealthiest people to earn and grow their fortunes. Let's recap the top 10 high-level lessons. Number 1, shift your money mindsets using books like Rich Dad Poor Dad and The Psychology of Money. 2, always accumulate assets, not liabilities. 3, invest early and often into index fund. 4, use value investing strategies from books like The Intelligent Investor. 5, spot growing companies early before the herd using one-up on Wall Street principles. 6, consistently invest money you earn back into assets and cash flow generating opportunities. 7, build passive income streams that make money while you sleep. 8, launch businesses with leverage and high margins. 9, outsource tasks and focus only on highest value activities. 10, experiment rapidly, measure key metrics, and continuously optimize. And that wraps up all the biggest ideas I have learned from nearly 40 money and investing focused books. I hope you found this breakdown valuable. Let me know what you guys think in the comment, and if you think this video will help somebody, please do share it. And as always, I hope this video sincerely helps. Do subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one.